Well, good morning, everybody. We've got a little bit of a clearing project here. Got a lot of little perennial undergrowth that we're gonna take this mulcher to and mulch it all up where we can get in here to see what all needs cleared. Um, there's quite a few big trees in here that he wants taken down and everything. So I got some shots in the drone, and it's just so grown up you can't hardly see. But I'll set you guys up here on top of the machine here and let you guys watch the mulching go down. Get you a before and after here at the end of the video here. amazing. And these batteries have rode there on top of that roof the whole time. Well, I have a bit of an issue here. I've got something hung up in this brush cutter, and I'm gonna need a minute to figure out how to get it out. So I will be back in a minute. Well, folks, I finally made it to the other end of the property. Comes out this road here. I've been in the jungle for a while. I haven't had the camera on probably 40 to 30 minutes. This stuff is thick. There'll be a bunch of trees to take down. I didn't think there'd be that many to take down with a track hoe, but well, I'm here to tell you, now that I'm in here with this machine, mulching all this stuff, Lord have mercy. There's a lot of them. I gotta be careful here, make sure I don't mulch up a dang internet box or something. But actually get out here where I can see what I'm doing. Y'all say a prayer for me that I don't run over an internet box. Secluded back here. I didn't know this was back here. I always try to mulch this stuff that it's gonna scratch the machine, get it knocked down, that way when I drive by it, it doesn't scratch the paint. This thing has 9 hours on it. So I'm trying to keep it looking good for them. We just rented this thing because our skid steer is tied up on a pole. side of our company, we put in fiberglass swimming pools. So come on, baby, pick up for me. Wild how thick this stuff is. I know one thing though, I wouldn't have this skid steer if they gave it to me. Maybe all skid steers do this with Mulchers, I don't know. This thing, when it bogs that head down, and it's gotta pick its head back up, it won't do nothing. You've got no track power, no, arm power, you got nothing. See, like right now, it's a little better. I try to give them the benefit, skid steers the benefit of the doubt, because they're, like I said earlier, these rental places, they turn them way down, trying to keep them from getting torn up. If I was ever to buy one of these, I'd have to see it. I'd have to demo one that was turned all the way up. Because 130,000, I think, is what this little booger costs. Brand new. Maybe 120. And the 275 is like 135, 140. Yeah. I'm gonna need a serious test drive before I sign up for that. I'm trying not to get into these trees, but when I do hit one, it's up, it's probably more than likely gonna have to come out anyway. A lot of these trees are gonna have to come out. There's too many of them. Hopefully for the property owner's sake, they're not protected by some crap. There's a lot of trees around this area that can't take them down. Oh boy. about these cats is they have a lot of creature comforts. You know, really good backup cameras. AC cooled seats. Feels like they have a lot. Feels like they have a lot more room than your traditional skid steer cab room. This on video too, that little old boy with his Jeep. Well, boy, I think I hit his Jeep or something. Alrighty folks, we got some pretty good video, got a pretty good little time lapse there, got some on the cab here. I had Cat come out and give me a dummy plug. These new skid steers, you're not running a Cat bush hog and don't have the electrical plug plugged into the port out there on the boom where you plug your hydraulics in, it won't run high flow. So if it looked like it was spinning real slow, it was. I haven't been around a lot of these Mulchers, so I wasn't real sure, but I thought, you know, I was like, man, this thing's got to spin faster than this. And I called the rental place. They told me if it's not a Cat bush hog, it won't. And there's nothing in the electrical plug. I guess there's some. This thing won't even back up if you bog the head down. I'm not very impressed with this Cat skid steer now. Seems like this Mulcher is a little it's too much for this 289. This is the new Cat 265, which I think was the old 289. I just don't think it has enough flow. See, like right now, I'm holding the stick back as far as it'll go, and it just barely crawls backwards. So definitely could stand a little bit more hydraulic flow if you're going to be running a high flow attachment like this. But we're making do. Just got to give it a second to catch its breath. I guess the way they have it set up, the attachment takes priority over the hydraulics, so, which I mean makes sense. That's where all the flow is going, is to this head, so I get it. Can't help but feel like it should have a little more ass behind it, in my opinion. I know it's not their big skid steer, but it's still a pretty good size skid steer. It ought to have a little more ass than this. And it's a rental too, you got to keep that in mind. All of these rental places turn their stuff down so they don't get tore up. Or stand a better chance of not getting tore up. the dozer out here anyway, dozer and loader. So I'm not going to take too much pains trying to grind up this big stuff. We'll gather it up when we come out here to clear these bigger trees. Put them in a pile and burn them. All this other stuff's rotten. I found their tractor. That's why, I guess that's why this place got grown up. Tractor's getting swallowed up in time back here. Can't hardly see anything back here, so it's got to be careful. Not run over it up. Oh, like that. Trying not to get into this tree, but I can't. Can't hardly see what I'm doing. There we go. To cut these vines. Do a lot of mulching. It's pretty satisfying. All this kudzu. Oh boy. See, like when it bogs that head down like that, the machine won't even back up. Random pile of dirt there. It's so thick I can't hardly see what I'm doing. Be careful. Looks like there's a tree fell down. Big old log or something right here. I have a really bad feeling I'm gonna get stuck here in a minute. Oh yeah, there's that big old tree. Golly. Come on. Give me some power. I'm going to try and go another way. There appears to be a very large tree fell right in here. There's the stump. Like right now, it won't even back the machine up. It's a little strange. I'm gonna try and go around here because I'm not having any luck going that way. This little stuff here, it just walks right through it. Try to punch a hole in here. Yeah, it's rotted. video is getting pretty long. I'm gonna finish finding all the property lines here, and probably gonna call this video a day. I'll be back out here tomorrow, doing this all day again tomorrow, so I'll cut this